On the west side of Sedgwick stand blocks of subsidized housing, and on the east side, condominiums and luxury homes. Resident Cherise McDaniel describes it as the tale of two cities.
I can see that on one side of the street you have wealthy people, predominantly white, and on the other side of the street I can see that we have poor people, predominantly black.
Some say it would be preferable if the two worlds were more closely integrated.
I wish that I got to know other people in the community more and that others had as much as I do.
Charlie Branda agrees. She opened an art studio in the neighborhood 3 years ago, and she believes everyone in the community would be much happier if they were more connected.
I think the divisiveness that's kind of taken over our society is something that people are tired of.
The former commercial banker is not an artist, but she hopes a space where art can flourish could unite people from different backgrounds.
I didn't really know how to do art or ceramics, but I thought, well, that if people in the neighborhood could get together and start imagining new possibilities together, then maybe you can have a different kind of neighborhood than what we've always had. Like the way it is now isn't the way it has to be.
One neighborhood activist says there's really only one way to get to know your neighbor.
If I live on this side of Sedgwick and they live on this side of Sedgwick and I want to get to know who they is, I'm gonna have to cross the street either way. It goes from both ways.
This year, Raymond and others helped Branda move across the street where she opened a bigger storefront on the lower income side of the street. A recent art project paired public and private school kids from opposite sides of the neighborhood. The students took photos of one another and turned them into kites. Just small gestures and shared connections. But for Branda and her neighbors, it's a sign of progress in their efforts to unite both sides of Sedgwick Street and make their community whole again. Mariama Diallo, VOA News.